Peace was in her shot. Worker was good. Coach B1 was happening. Peace, peace, peace. Knowledge one was in it. Well, I know I'm real late. I know everybody used to morning lives, but shit, man, I had a doctor's appointment for the little one, so you know, the daddy mode kick in first. You said yesterday was nice. Facts. We're gonna go over that. We're gonna go over that newspaper article again for those who probably missed it last night. Yesterday. So we'll go over it again. Repetition, the father of learning. You know. Yeah. Ooh, hell, was a tired. But what's happening, y'all? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate it tuning in. We're gonna go over that newspaper again, talking about the Ashkenaz, you know, the Khazar and all of that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't get a chance to finish screenshotting the Algonquin conquest, cause like I said, I was busy this morning, but we'll definitely pick up where we left off with right back on our normal scheduled program. So today until it's time for me to go to work, cause you know I got to clock in about like 5:30. I'm gonna clock in about 5:30. So just for right now, we just gonna do a little review. We gonna freestyle like 106 in part, you know, Tigger in the basement and shit. So y'all know our freestyles be just as good. Straight Lil Wayne mode. So peace was happening. E-Flow, Red Line in the building. Matt, what's good? What's good? Shout out to everybody that's in here. We're gonna get started here in a second. Let me get my pre-roll together. Let me get my pre-roll together. I've been waiting all day. Y'all don't understand. I've been at that doctor's all day. It's time for me to get it in one time, man. Look. Shit. Man. The doctors be so damn long, too. It's like they tell you to come in at a certain time, and they ass don't even be ready. That shit be crazy. They'll be like, yeah, you come on in at 9 o'clock. Man, you get there at 9 o'clock, them boys don't see you till about 10. You be like, bruh, y'all late, my man? And then they gonna tell you, if you 15 minutes late, you gotta reschedule. The whole time they ask the ones that be late. But y'all know how that shit go though, man. Those of us with kids, y'all know how that shit go. For real, y'all know exactly how them doctor's visits go, man. Those of us with them chitlins. Peace, peace. El Amigo said 12. I don't know what 12 is. MRKRGANO. You pronounce that shit. You said no, they aren't. Oh, you talking about my background? Oh, I was wondering what y'all was talking about in here. Y'all be saying one word sentences and shit. What's that? That Philly in the building, baby. Roll it if you got it, man. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Y'all already know how we about to get down. Let me get my pre-roll together though. Let me get my pre-roll. All right, shout out to everybody that's in here. We're going to get started. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Twist the old doobie up. Indigenously. Very indigenously. So indigenously that the natives don't like it. Black Americans are American Indians. I'm going to say that one time for the people in the back. Black Americans are American Indians. Black Americans are American Indians. Black Americans are Black American Indians, right? And everybody that's saying it's not true, I guarantee you got a motherfucker in your family tree that look just like me. I'm just being real. Most people that say no it ain't and all this, their great-great-grandparents and grandparents look just like us. That's why they'll never want to show you what their grandparents look like. For real. They'll never show you what their grandparents look like because they know. They know when they go to grandmama's house Grandmama and granddaddy look just like us, right? Great grandmamas and shit. So, just like us, right? Great grandmamas and shit. So, you said that all of Solani are Indians. Yeah, they are. The thing about the Solan and the Solani, right? The Solani people still hold on to the African slave trade, but at the same time, they acknowledge their indigenous history. So they're going to have to understand certain things. But all black Americans, even the Solani, we are all Indians. We are all Indians. Until you find an African in your census record, you're not African. Y'all better stop believing in them DNA tests. Shit, y'all just see 23andMe. 23andMe done hacked people's DNA banks and shit like that. Y'all better stop trusting them people. Start trusting your grandmama. She know where she come from. Shout out to everybody that's in here though, man. I appreciate y'all. We about to get started. Let's add that aura. Pharaoh Ramsey, she said, so you're saying our other half don't come from Africa? No. I'm saying your other half is more European than it is African. That's what I'm saying. Your other side is European, not African. Yes. So that's the colonial story though, right? Ain't that the colonial story? American Indians and Europeans? That's the colonial story. Your census records prove it. European don't mean white though. I don't want y'all to think that European mean white, because that's not what it means. But you have your melanated European ancestors right along with your copper-colored American Indian ancestors. But that European that's in your family are Sephardic Jews and Moors. Right? That European in your family are Sephardic Jews and Moors. Sephardic Jews and Moors are ancient Americans that just left a long time ago. So this is why I say that when you're dealing with black Americans, technically, there is no other half. This is why I say that we all are more full-blooded than you think. There is no other half when you're dealing with us. All right? That European in your family is Sephardic Jews and Moors. This is why you got a Sephardic Jew name. Believe it or not. So I know in North Carolina, most of the natives in AA, so I feel, North Carolina's kind of tricky though. North Carolina's tricky. Shout out to everybody that's in here, man. Let me catch up in the comments. What's that, Angelica? You said, then why are you not on reservations? Because not all American Indians went to reservations. Most of us fought and stayed on our lands. The ones that was forced to reservations are the ones that didn't fight. That's kind of facts, you know. And for people to believe that all American Indians live on reservations, that's asinine. That's really asinine. 90% of American Indians didn't go to reservations. That's why most of us are still inside the areas that we at. All right, so the question is, why y'all not off of the reservations? That's my question. My question is, why y'all not off of the reservations? America is Indian territory. Not Oklahoma, not no reservation that has like 30 to 50 people in that motherfucker. America is Indian territory. And the government cannot place real Indians in a reservation and like, this is Indian territory, this is where you guys belong. And nah, that shit don't work. So come off the reservations and come back to Indian territory if you're a real Indian. I'm just saying. If you're a real Indian, come off the reservations. America's Indian territory. That's all I'm saying. It's native or indigenous. It's Indian to me. I'm an Indian. Y'all can be native, indigenous, and you spelled indigenous wrong. You spelled ingenious. You didn't even spell indigenous. You spelled ingenious. You gotta learn how to spell, shawty. You forgot the D in that motherfucker. And that ain't just me. That's a lot of us. We are Indians. We are Indians. That is our ethnicity. We are Indians. All right. If y'all not Indians, then y'all shouldn't be mad at anything that we're talking about, because we're talking about Indian history. And y'all not Indians. Y'all are natives, right? So stay natives and we continue to be Indians. That's all I'm saying. Nah, I'm not saying you mad. I'm just saying shit. I'm just saying. We are the only race of people who are still held in captivity in our own country. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. Now figure out the ones that lied and wrote the stories fed to all of us. Oh, I already figured that out. We already figured that out. And I'm about to read it in just a second. Shout out to everybody that's in here. We already know who lied to us. We already know who's behind the propaganda and everything like that. And we about to read right now. You said, what about the other 5%? The other 5% are immigrants. The other 5% is immigrants. From either Europe, Africa, Germany, or wherever. Alright. Alright. So, let's get it in. A10 said, I'm a copper-colored, red-skinned Indian. Okay, shout out to you. I mean, you telling me that, like, and shout out to you. They broke over 350 treaties and put us on reservation. Then leave. Then leave. If they forced you on a reservation, you don't have to be there. It's 2024, not 1800s. Y'all can leave. Right? You can leave. You don't have to be on a reservation anymore. You can come back to Indian territory, which is America. I want to know why natives are scared to leave the res. That's the question I want to know. Why are natives scared to leave the res? Why are they scared? They don't get what they get if they leave. Yeah, if they leave, they don't get it, right? You said some of us have no money, too, and 20 kids. You know you can make A1, A10. I get that. You said a lot of y'all don't have no money and 20 kids, right? That's why I say get off the reservation. You get off the reservation, you can make hella money. I'm being for real. You leave the reservation, you can make hella money out here in these streets, my nigga. You can buy you a car and start Ubering or DoorDashing, or you can go get you a little job, a little 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? You can get your little hustle on. You can do something. But if being on the reservation is keeping you from not having no money, it seems like you need to leave that motherfucker. All right? I'm just saying. You said, what language do I speak? My language. You said, go to college? I already went to college. Ain't shit there. And then the crazy thing, y'all be telling us to go to college and go to school like America got the best schooling system in the world. America's schooling system sucks. Because America's school system don't teach you the truth. They teach you how to be workers, not thinkers. This is why this is an industrial complex, America. It's for workers, not thinkers. And anybody that freely think, they get called crazy, conspiracy theorists and shit like that. So I don't really care too much for Rothschild's and indoctrination camps, aka school, because school lied to me. School told me that the Egyptians was white. Why do I need to go back to a schooling system that taught all of us that Egyptians was white folks? That's the first lie. So why would I trust a school like that? They can't even tell the truth about the Egyptians. School definitely told us that Egyptians were white. I don't know what school you went to, but a lot of us remember. And shit, Hollywood still be portraying Egyptians as white folks, still to this day. Player hater, what's happening? Peace. Timothy, you spell ain't wrong. You got to move the N behind the I so you can get the word ain't. You spelled that wrong. Have you read about high level of civilization your ancestors came from? Yeah, every day. Every day. We read about it every day. What's happening, Lilith? You said it seems like black culture is all about stealing something that doesn't belong to you. No, that's actually white culture. White culture. And this is how indoctrination works. White people have a history of stealing people's shit all through history. And for some reason, y'all think black folks steal culture. When in reality, white folks are known for stealing culture. That's their culture. White folks' culture is literally stealing other people's shit. Black culture isn't about stealing nothing. Y'all racist mindset got y'all thinking that black folks never did shit in history. That's because that's what white folks told you. So-called black people have done damn near everything in history, including giving y'all all the inventions that y'all using today. Some of y'all sitting inside of an AC talking about black people be stealing culture while y'all sitting under our ACs, stopping at our stoplights, looking at fire trucks using our gas mask, going to hospitals and seeing surgeries with open heart surgeons and all type of et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The problem is y'all don't know our history. That's the problem. Y'all don't know our history. That's because our history isn't taught. Well, Anyways, the Egyptians definitely wasn't Greek either. Whoever said that stupid shit. Somebody said the Egyptians was Greek. Egyptians are Egyptians. Y'all calling Egyptians everything except for African. Egypt is in Africa. And as long as Egypt is in Africa, those niggas is Africans. Y'all be calling these people everything except for African. That's the craziest thing I ever heard. Oh, Middle Eastern. Man, Egypt is in Africa, clearly. Northeast Africa. Those are Africans. Y'all are called the Egyptians Greek, white, Arabs. Y'all call them everything in the book except for African. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of angry folks today. I can't, I don't normally go live at 3 in the afternoon. I forgot how it be. You said, hell, they teach black folks history in school every Friday. That ain't black folks history. Friday. You cannot put so-called black people history in 28 days. Black folks, so-called black folks, or melanated people, are the creators of all civilization since the beginning. You cannot put our history in 28 days. You cannot explain it in 28 days. You know what I'm saying? So, So it is what it is. But past the knowledge, we about to get to the knowledge. Say, you think everyone is African? Hell no, I don't think everyone African. How the fuck you get that from what I said? How did you get, I think everyone is African, from saying Egyptians are African? Because they are in Africa. How do you get that everyone is African from that? Isn't Egypt in Africa? Yes. Aren't those people Africans? Yes. Now, do I think everybody was Africans? No. But I do know everybody was melanated before white folks came into existence mutatingly. I do know that, and scientists have already confirmed that. So, all right. So, peep game. Hey, you said what is black? A social construct. Black is a social construct. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into why people don't know shit. So we gonna read for one, who's new to the page and who missed the live yesterday. We're gonna start off with that. Who's new to the page and who missed the live yesterday. So because we're going to read from this newspaper article that comes from the Catholic Gazette that was published in February 1936, right? The Jewish Peril in the Catholic Church. Excuse me. Right? The Jewish Peril in the Catholic Church. All right. This newspaper has an article that was written by Ashkenaz themselves of telling you they playing. Why would they tell you they playing? Because niggas don't read. I'd tell you my plan too if I knew that people don't read. I put all of the truth in books and newspapers because I know society don't read. People are sheep. They rather be told instead of finding it out for themselves. All right? So shout out to everybody that's in here, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. You said you not new. I know you ain't new. But you missed the live, I got you. Missed the live, you new here. Shout out to everybody that's new. If you're new to the page, go ahead and hit that plus button so you'll be notified every time I go live. So you'll be, you know what I'm saying? So you don't miss nothing. We go live every morning. I'm just a little late today, but we go live every morning. New gems, new sources, new books, new everything. And we put the puzzle pieces together. Shout out to the OGs, the in-between. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my longtime supporters. Just go ahead and get into it, man. Let's go ahead and break this shit down, right? Let's go ahead and break it down. So, flipping the newspaper article, right? Just zoom in. Okay, just zoom in. Listen close. Listen close. Alex Castro said natives literally have historical evidence of food and agriculture. You don't. That's enough evidence. That's the dumbest shit anybody has ever said on my life. I'm gonna be real. That's the dumbest shit anybody have ever said on my life. What's happening, Alex? Where's the history of your food and agriculture of your natives? Well, we don't eat fried bread. We don't eat Indian bread. So I guess I'm not native. But none of us ever claimed to be native. See, y'all gotta listen. Y'all don't listen. Listening is the first thing of literacy. If you don't listen, you are illiterate. Nobody has ever claimed to be native or Native Americans, right? Nobody has ever claimed that. All right, so anyway, let's get into it. It says that there has been and still is a Jewish problem, right? A Jewish problem, Ashkenaz. No one can deny that. Since the rejection of Israel 1900 years ago, the Jews, right, the Ashkenaz, have scattered in every direction in spite of the difficulties and even persecutions. They have established themselves as a power in nearly every nation of Europe, right? We already know that. Jacob's, as in Jacob Rothschild, right, in his, quote, Jewish contributions to civilization, unquote, hold on. Right? Jacob, as in Jacob Rothschild, in his, quote, Jewish contributions to civilization, unquote, glories in the fact that without deterrent, right, without detriment to own racial unity and international character, the Ashkenaz Jews, Khazars, have been able to spread their doctrines and increase their political, social, and economic influence among the nations. We already didn't put that together, right? All right. In view of his Jewish problem, in view of his Jewish problem, in view of this Jewish problem, which affects the Catholic Church in a special way, we published the following amazing extracts from a number of speeches recently made under the auspices of Jewish Society in Paris. The name of our informant must remain concealed. He is personally known to us, but by reason of his peculiar relations with the Ashkenaz Jews, at the present time, we have agreed to not disclose his identity nor to give any further details of the Paris meeting beyond the following actions, which, though sometimes freely translated, nevertheless substantial conveys the meaning of the original statements. Alright? 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 Let's keep going. Roll it if you got it. Roll it if you got it. Let's get to these statements, right? Let's get to these statements. Quote, as long as there remain among Ashkenaz themselves, all right, we're getting into the quotations and the statements that was written by Ashkenaz. We're getting into the quotations and the statements that was written by Ashkenaz themselves, Jewish people, right? Themselves, right? So this is what they're saying. As long as there remains among the Gentiles any moral conception of the social order, and until all faith and patriotism and dignity are uprooted, our reign over the world shall not come. Meaning that we have to get rid of faith, patriotism, dignity, and morals. We got to get rid of all that. And then we will be able to rule the world. But as long as society still has things intact, it will be hard for us to rule the world. Peep game. I mean, that's what they've been doing for the past years, right? This is what they've been doing for the past years. Right? This is what they have been doing for the past years. Destroying morals, destroying social order, making people lose their faith, right? Dignity has become zero to none, but it's all for the reign over the world. All right, what's happening, Dream Seer? Appreciate that, appreciate that. Big Ron was good. Daddy-O was. All right, what's happening, Dream Seer? Appreciate that, appreciate that. Big Ron was good. Daddy-O was happening. Kim was good. All right. We have already fulfilled part of our works. Listen to what they said. We have already fulfilled part of our work. So they already got a part of this shit done, right? We have already fulfilled part of our works, but we cannot yet claim the whole of our works is done. We still have a long way to go before we can overthrow our main opponent, the Catholic Church. All right. Y'all let me know if it's good. You know how they be doing. Every time we get into it, you know how they be doing, right? Y'all know how they do. Let me know if it's straight so I can continue going. All right, cool. All right. So they trying to overthrow their main opponent, the Catholic Church, right? Peak game. We must always bear in mind that the Catholic Church is the only institution which has stood and which will, as long as it remains in existence, stand in our way. The Catholic Church, with her methodological works and her edifying and moral teachings, will always keep her children in a state of mind as to make boy, they glitching my live hard, boy. God damn, that's the second time that they said resume live. They glitching my live hard. Ain't that something? You said you couldn't find my live if you tried to get on my tablet. Yeah, man. Ooh. We good? We straight? Alright. Let's continue going. Alright. Let me see. So, it says, that is why we have been striving to discover the best way of shaking the Catholic Church to her very foundations. We have spread the spirit of revolt. Listen closely. And really pay attention. Alright? Listen closely and really pay attention. They said we have spread the spirit of revolt and false liberalism among the nations of the Gentiles, so as to persuade them away from their faith, right? They want to, what's that in the OG tribe? They want to persuade you away from your faith, and even to make them ashamed of professing the precepts of their religion and obeying the commandments. Whose commandments? What are they trying to do? They trying to persuade you away from your faith and make you ashamed of professing the precepts of the commandments. Commandments of who? Yahweh Shah. Right? That's why they created the New Testament. Now you know who created the New Testament. Put it together. Yeah. Now you know who wrote the New Testament. Now you know who created the Jesus Christ, the invention of Jesus Christ. Remember that we read that right now. It's starting to make sense. Leading you astray. Authors of confusion. I know thy works, and for those who say that they are used, but they are not. Right? All right. Listen. We have brought many of them to boast of being atheists. Right? We have brought many of them to boast of being atheists. And that is true. Because the moment our people wake up, right? Appreciate that paper plane. Thank you. So, hey, look. The moment our people wake up, we go way left. Oh, shit. Damn, they lied to us. They the ones that put this religion on us. Fuck religion and all that. I don't believe in that no more. Niggas then became atheists. Instead of thinking. They went too far. Now most people don't even believe in God. It sound good when they get on the app, but most people really don't believe in God no more. That's because that's what they wanted to do. They wanted you to persuade away from your faith. Right? Now, most people then became atheists when they so-called woke up. And more than that, listen. And not only do they boast about being atheists, and more than that, the glory of being descendants of an ape. Who gave you the out of Africa theory? Who gave you the out of Africa theory? What's happening, Tay? They said that we made them stray away from their faith, made them ashamed of the commandments of their Most High. We made them boast about being atheists, and more importantly, we made them proud to be descendants of apes. Made them proud to be descendants of apes. Who gave you the out of Africa theory? Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin is an Ashkenaz himself. Why you think everybody that gives you the propaganda in America are Germans? And they are all Ashkenaz. Don't believe me? Go do your research. Charles Darwin, Melville Herstovix, Frank Boas, Woodrow Wilson, Margaret Sanger, Anglo-Saxons Club of America. All of them. Operation Paperclip brought more of them over. Everything, all your propaganda came from them. Just sit back and think about it. Hold on, nigga, why all these niggas Germans? You know what I'm saying? Go on roll you a good one. Go on pour you a little wine. Ladies, go on pour you a little wine. You know what I'm saying? Some of that sweet red wine real quick. Fellas, go on roll you a paper plane. Sit back. And ask yourself, nigga, why all these niggas is Germans? And why they got Jewish names? Nigga, hold on, bro. Why is Obama mama Jewish? Why is all these niggas tied to that? Ashkenaz? Ooh, the truth is stranger than fiction. Right? Truth is stranger than fiction, ain't it? Alright. They made you believe. Look, they made you believe that you came from an ape. Homo sapien. Descendants of the great prime ape. Boy, come on. And you ain't never seen a monkey evolve yet. I'm still waiting on it. I'm waiting for a monkey to turn into a white or a black person. I ain't never seen either. Alright. So they said we have brought many of them to boast of being atheists. And even more than that, they are having the glory in being descendants of the ape. Out of Africa theory. Given to you by who? Rothschilds. We have given them new theories. Impossible of realization. Such as communism, anarchism, and socialism. You know, when you combine communism, anarchism, and socialism, you get democracy. America's one big experiment, socially, right? Which are now serving our purpose. They created all that shit. Liberalism, communism, anarchism, and socialism. They created all that. And they sitting back and watching people fight against it. And they sitting back like, boy, we created all these shits and these niggas don't hear know it. But why is that? The stupid Gentiles, listen to what they calling you. The stupid Gentiles have accepted them with the greatest enthusiasm without realizing that those theories are ours. And that they constitute our most powerful instrument against themselves. We have blackened, listen closely. We have blackened the Catholic Church with the most ignominious calumnies. We have stained her history and disgraced even her noblest activities. We have imputed to her the wrongs of her enemies and has thus brought the latter to stand more closely by our side. So much so that we are now witnessing our greatest satisfaction. Rebellions against the church it's a little chopped up. Rebellions against the church in several countries. We have turned their clergy into subjects of hatred and ridicule. We have subjugated them to the contempt of the crowd. We have caused the practice of the Catholic religion to be considered out of date and a mere waste of time. And the Gentiles in their stupidity have proved easier. Ooh, shit. What have Los been telling y'all all these years on this app? Listen closely, man. And the Gentiles in their stupidity have proved easier dupes than we have expected them to be. They said that y'all or us were easily brainwashed. More easier than what the fuck they thought. They thought this shit was going to be harder for real. Damn. It was like, damn, bro. We thought this shit was gonna be a little bit harder than this, but shit, this shit was easy. It was easier than we thought, right? Yeah, Nathan, it was easy, right? Yeah, this shit was easy. Frank Boaz, that shit was easy, huh? Man, I told them niggas, hey, look, I told them niggas everything they do came from Africa, and they believe that shit. Charles Darwin, that shit was easy. These niggas believe they came from apes, man. This shit hella easy, right? Hey. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for the gifts. Hey, 111, we all in here synchronized, right? Right? We all in here synchronized, huh? I'll go back to the cover real quick. Hold on. Let me finish this one paragraph. All right? They said... They said the Gentiles in their stupidity have proven easier duped than we expected them to be. One, appreciate that, Lily. One, expect more intelligence. They expected more intelligence out of the public and more practical common sense. Listen, they expected the public to have more intelligence and common sense. Why? Because all you need is the slightest common sense to see through the bullshit. It's right in your face. It's right in your face. I'm talking about like, my nigga, a snake laying in your bed, sizing you up, ready to swallow you, and you thinking that it's still your pet right in your bed. What's happening? Oh, EOS was good. Right? They expect us to be more intelligent in practical common sense. I'm talking about so common sense, like, common sense will tell you that niggas ain't evolved from monkeys. Common sense will tell you that black Americans are the American Indians of the Southeast. Common sense will tell you that Ashkenaz, yeah, are the ones that's behind this shit. Common sense will tell you that they're trying to hijack your free will. Common sense will tell you that. Indoctrination will tell you some other shit. Alright? We expect more intelligence and more practical common sense, but they are no better than a herd of sheep. They are no better than a herd of sheep. So let them graze in our fields until they become fat enough to be worthy of being mutilated to our future king of the world. Right? This is 1936. Right? This is 1936. (1936). 1936. A lot of shit happened in 1900s, 1910s, 20s, and 30s. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff happened. We have founded many secret associations. Listen, we have founded many secret associations, which all works for our purpose. They all work for them. All right. We have founded many secret organizations, associations, which all work in our purpose under our orders. Right? Flipping the page. Shout out to everybody that's in here. In our direction, we have made it an honor, a great honor for the Gentiles to join us in our organizations. Masonry, skull and crossbones, Greek fraternities, Boulets, Eastern Stars, all these organizations, right? I done seen niggas show more pride in being Greek fraternity brothers, Greek, pledging Greek, than being they damn selves, right? Niggas would rather be Greek and shit, right? All right. To join us in our organizations, which are, thanks to our gold, flourishing now more than ever. All right. Yet it remains our secret that the Gentiles who betray their own and must precious interests by joining us in our plot should never know that those associations are of our creation and that they serve our purpose. One of many triumphs of our Freemasonry, right? One of many of our triumphs of Freemasonry is that those Gentiles who become members of our lodges should never suspect that we are using them to build their own jails. Whew, what's happening, Dallas? Yen, what's happening? What is, whew, shit, these Jewish people, right? These Jewish people, right? Rothschild, huh? Rockefeller, right? Boy, these people is diabolical. They said one of the many triumphs of our Freemasonry is that those Gentiles who become members of our lodges should never suspect that we are using them to build their own jails. Huh? Upon whose traces we shall erect the throne of our universal King of Israel. Not Israel as in Israelite Sephardi, Israel like the state of Israel that they created 10 years later, right? This is 1936. 10 years later, they created the state of Israel. Didn't they not? Didn't they not? That's what they talking about. And should never know that we are commanding them to forget or forge the chains of their own servility. They are making you forge your own chains of slavery. That's deep. That's deep. You are creating your own chain. Ooh, shit. It ain't them enslaving you, it's you enslaving yourself unknowingly. You forging your chains. Whew. Boy, this shit deeper than church, boy. Shit. TD Jakes ain't got shit on me. Oh, Lord. He ain't got shit on me. You ain't never gonna catch me at no Diddy party either, though. So, hey, so far, we have considered our strategy in our attacks upon the Catholic Church from the outside. But this is not all. Let us now explain how we have gone further in our works. Right? Let us explain a little bit more for you. Let us explain a little bit more for you. To hasten the ruin of the Catholic Church in the world and how we have penetrated into their most intimate circles and brought even some of their clergy to become pioneers of our causes. Apart altogether from the influence of our philosophy, we have taken other steps to secure a branch. We have secured a branch. We have secured a branch in the Catholic Church. Whoo, boy, what I told you about that infiltration. Infiltration always comes from the inside. First, you get somebody on the inside to flip, right? The outside gets somebody on the inside to flip. Now the infiltration can commence because it always happens from the inside. Now we let them in. Now, boom, niggas got a branch. Whew, shit. Right? Let me explain how this has been done. The arrogance of just telling you in a newspaper, right? Because the truth is stranger than fiction. Plenty of people probably read this and was like, bullshit. Fast forward to 2024, shit. Alright, let us show you how it's done. So this is how we did it. And when I read how they have done it, this is going to sound like the orphan train in America, because that's how they did it in America. Listen, we have induced some of our children to join the Catholic body with the explicit intimation that they should work in a still more efficient way for the disintegration of the Catholic Church by creating scandals. How many of these scandals do you think they created? I mean, we done seen all type of scandals, didn't we? We was like, man, why the fuck the Pope be doing them to their children and shit? Is that really the Pope, or is it these people that is put in these places to give you a scandal so you can start looking at that whole organization? Like, I don't know, man. Them people kind of, I don't know, bro. Because technically, when you do the etymology of Vatican, it means serpent, managa. Listen, these are the same people that's been destroying the Naga culture. When you do the real history of the Vatican, before infiltration, the word Vatican means serpent, managa. Remember who we all learned, the Phoenicians. We just learned about the history, Phoenicians, Carthaginians, all of these Atlanteans and Nagas and shit like that, right? Council of Nicaea, the Vatican, all this shit was ours. Serpent. We serpent people, right? We Nagas. These people go against the serpent. Now you know who these folks is all through history. Anywhere that they destroying the Nagas and serpent, that's these folks. All right? Shout out to Rashad and his live earlier. And the reason why I said this is because these are the folks that took the women out of history. Wisdom, right, Rashad? Women is wisdom and men is knowledge. When you get men knowledge, women with wisdom, you have the knowledge of the gods. The knowledge of good and evil, right? When you take the knowledge from men and women, the knowledge and the wisdom, they don't know good and evil. So they out here like how they are now. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. That means you had to make people illiterate. Whew. They took the knowledge and wisdom from our people. That was one of their steps we just read. All right. So they have infiltrated the Catholic Church and start disintegrating it by creating scandals within her. We have thus followed the advance of our prince of the Ashkenaz Jewish, who said wisely, let some of your children become canons so that they may destroy the church. Unquote. Unfortunately, not all among the convert Jewish have proved faithful to their mission. Many of them have been betrayed us even. But on the other hand, others have kept their promise and honored their word. Thus, the counsel of our elders have proved successful. We are the fathers of all revolutions. Listen to what they said, because I'm about to break down some more history with you. They said that we are the fathers of all revolution. All revolution, all revolution. American Revolution, American Revolution. All revolutions. We were behind it. Now you know who instigated a lot of this beef when it wasn't no beef. All right. All right. Even those which sometimes happen to turn against us. We are the supreme masters of peace and war. We are the supreme masters of peace and war. We give you the problem and the solution. That's what I'm hearing. We are the masters of creating the problem and giving you the solution. We are the masters of peace and war. Whew. Shit. These niggas. The arrogance of telling the truth in this magazine because niggas don't read. But it's 1936. Niggas ain't have time to read if you knew what was going on. Right? So this is the perfect time to put the truth in the newspaper. Too much shit going on. Niggas ain't even got time to stop and pick up a newspaper, right? Right. All right. We can boast of being the creators of the Reformation. We can boast of being the creators of the Reformation, Reconstruction. Reconstruction, Reformation. All right. So who gave you the Reconstruction there? The same people who are the masters of the Reformation. Calvin. Now, Calvin that they about to mention, Calvin is a Sephardic Jew who became a converso and converted and started rolling with the Ashkenaz in history, or the Khazar at this time. So, yes, he's one of our folks, but he turned against us. Remember, sellouts everywhere, so it's not far-fetched. Now, Calvin was one of our children. He was the Jewish descendant and was entrusted by Jewish authority and encouraged with Jewish finance to draft his scheme. His scheme. This is his scheme. Who know how to overthrow you better than your own people? Ain't that what we've been saying for years? These people didn't create shit. They just have the idea like, I want to take over shit. But they don't have the neuromelanin to be creative to scheme up a plan. They still need a creator. That's why they need you to flip to their side, because they don't have what it takes to create something as creative as this bullshit that we in. That's why melanated people are the first ones to always be screaming red flags and shit, and people don't be believing us, because the word conspiracy theories was coined by these people, and the term anti-Semitic was coined by these people as well too. It's a reason why they did this. Melanated people told y'all, boy, these niggas is dropping rugs inside of our community and GUNS and shit. These people are pretending to be fucking mercenaries, and we not doing these black on black crimes. Ain't nobody believe us, man. Stop lying. Hollywood dropped a whole movie about the shit that we've been telling y'all since the 70s. And now everybody believe it. Oh my God. We've been telling y'all this shit. And we've been telling y'all a lot of stuff too. But don't nobody want to listen to us. That's because they paint the narrative that all melanated people are liars. When you understand who you are in history and who your enemy was in history, a lot of this shit starting to make sense, man. P gang. So now just continue going, because it's a nice little read. All right. It's a nice little read. Flipping the page. Flipping the page. Flipping the page. Catch up in the Calvinism. There you go. There you go. Calvinism. It started in Russia. And where are these people from? All right. All right. Peep game. Hey, man. Look, dog. Yeah. These sources was happening. Hey. So what they said, they starting off and telling you what I told you. Go research what the etymology of propaganda is. The etymology of propaganda literally means a committee of cardinals by the Roman Catholic Church. Now, there's a difference between the Catholic Church and Roman Catholic Church. There's two differences. Just like there's a difference between Roman Empire and Holy Roman Empire. And most people don't understand this. Those are two different things. Roman Empire and Holy Roman Empire are two different things. Catholic Church and Roman Catholic Church are two different things. Now, once you understand that, you can start to understand what side they on and what they control. Because you got one that's from Sephardi history from over here. And then you got one that's from Germany and Russia over there. Now, the eagle is a dead-ass giveaway. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So now, thanks to our propaganda, the etymology of propaganda is what? A committee of cardinals. of the Holy Roman Empire, of the Roman Catholic Church. Thanks to our propaganda, to our theories of liberalism, and to our misrepresentation of freedom, the minds of many among the Gentiles were ready to welcome the Reformation. They spread it from the church to fall in our snare. And thus the Catholic Church have been very sensibly weakened, and her authority over the kings of the Gentiles. Who is the kings of the Gentiles? Kings, plural, kings. Who is these kings of the Gentiles, right? The authority over the kings of the Gentiles have been reduced almost to nothing. We are grateful for the Protestants for their loyalty to our wishes, although most of them are in the sincerity of their faith unaware of their loyalty to us. We are grateful to them, though, for the wonderful help they are giving, right? That they are giving us in our fight against the stronghold of Christian civilization, and in our preparation for our advent of our supremacy. What is YT supremacy? Supremacy over the whole world and over the kingdom of the Gentiles. The kingdom of the Gentiles, the Shamites. The Shamites is what they're talking about. They're talking about the kingdom of the Shamites, Semitic people. Because these people have set up everywhere there are Semitic people. Everywhere there's Semitic people, these people have set up. Hey, this is why I tell people, start doing that research into religion. It ain't what you think it is. People can't come and indoctrinate you with religion if you already created it in the first place. Look, these folks have created and falsified colonial times. And I'm being all the way 100 with you. 90% of colonial times did not happen. The reason why I know that is because the phantom time theory, when they erased and fabricated the Middle Ages in over 1,000+ years of history, it leads into the colonial times. There's no fucking Christopher Columbus. There's no Columbus. There's no American Revolution. There's no Civil War. There's no slavery. There's none of that shit. They created it. The mud floods happened in 1960. How the fuck are you bringing in slaves and got a mud flood coming in? That shit don't make sense. When you start looking at these timelines, they overlap and contradict each other a whole lot, man. You know what the 1800s look like. Look at the World Fair buildings. Look at the Tartarian buildings that's still standing inside your cities. Most of them is downtown. Look at this shit. Colonial period didn't happen. Nobody indoctrinated you with religion. You was already religious. You are. Black people, fuck all that. I ain't got time to be doing all this. Y'all edit what I'm about to say. You know what I'm about to say. Black people are some of the most religious, superstitious, spiritual people on the face of this earth. How are you? You was already religious. You still are religious. Even when you want to get rid of, I'm not a Christian no more, but something happened to you. Woo, thank God. Oh, Jesus, shit. You always gonna be religious. That's you. Everything came from America. Religion came from America. It came from you. You created it. You need a soul to create religion. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got me out here sweating like TD Jakes, man. Shit. Whoo, boy, look, man, wake up. Wake up. You have a false sense of hatred that was embedded in you for a reason. They just told you that they created the sense of all revolution and revolt. They created it. How they gonna create it? They gave you a bunch of bullshit history that put it in you. Why do you hate people? It's taught. You hate religion because it's taught to you. You hate spirituality because it's taught to you. You hate white people because it's taught to you. You hate black people because it's taught to you. You hate shit because it's taught. Hate is taught. Kids are born from love and they operate out of love until they graduate high school. Now all of a sudden motherfuckers hate this, they hate that, they stressed out, they don't like the way they look, they want to change their mindset, they want to look like Beyonce, they want to act like Megan Thee Stallion, they want to be slow in the brain like Cardi B. You know, one thing that irks my nerves is seeing women pretend to be stupid. That's the shit that irks my brain. This why I love all my brothers that be dropping the gems. You know, women is wisdom. Our woke women need to go reach these sheep women and wake them up. Most of these women ain't stupid, man. They pretending to be stupid. Why? Because society made you think it's cool to pretend to be dumb. I ain't about to sell myself out for no money. I'd rather be brilliant for legacy. You could pretend to be dumb all you want to, but that shit ain't cute. And it don't get you nowhere. Fuck a Cardi B. Fuck a Offset. That shit ain't nothing but no... It's publicity stunts and it's fake. They created this shit. The industry is fake. Ain't nothing about the industry or the TV or entertainment is real. None of that shit is real. None of that shit is real. Nothing that you see on TV is real, bro. Cut that shit off. I swear to God, cut it off. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. I haven't watched TV in over 10, 15 years, my nigga. I'm cool. Ain't nothing on that TV but brainwashing programming bullshit. Alright? That's the thing that irks my nerves. I know people smart. I know people see this shit, but they pretend to be stupid. These niggas know they ain't come from no fucking monkeys. That shit don't even sound right when they be trying to argue with us, that shit. That shit don't even... They know that shit don't sound right. That's why 05 get on live stuttering. He stutters all the time when he on live because he know that shit some bullshit. His brain is not even gonna let him flow naturally like a hot 16 with the shit that he talking about because it's contradicting what the fuck he already know. That's why when you hop on everybody else live, my live, Mont live, Rashad live, everybody live who know this shit, man, we'll spit this shit like Tupac just now getting in the booth, man. We'll punch it in, kick that hot ass beat, drop that hook, get the verse out the day, drop another hook, produce that motherfucker and drop another video on you and another line like that because, bro, this shit is real. Ain't no stuttering in our game. This shit real, bro. It's over thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of books that were shadow banned by these people right here. And we got them. And we telling you. But the propaganda. The propaganda. The propaganda. Right? The propaganda, man. The propaganda is strong. It's strong. And the only reason why the propaganda is strong because the spell is subtle. And people don't know it. They dressed this shit up to make it look good. They dressed it up to look good. All day long was happening. Oh, man, you already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? They dressed this up. Man, they dressed this shit look good, man. You think cause you got a Challenger, a Charger, you driving a Benz, you think cause you got some J's on your feet, you got a little necklace, you got a little grill in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You think you got all these material shits and you think you doing the damn thing. Yeah, man, I'm successful in life because I got all these materials. But your soul and your spirit is rotten. It's rotten. Because every day you wake up to grind to get these materials, it takes a part of your humanity away and it makes you numb and desensitized till you a robot. Every day you wake up and you punch that clock. I know it, bro. We all live the same slavery. I know how you feel. Every time I went there and I punched in my fucking employee number, boy, I feel like a part of my soul just, oh shit, what was that? I'm sorry, bro. Shit, every time you punch a number, you just have a heart attack. Like, oh shit, boy, what the fuck happening to me? A part of your soul, nigga. You becoming desensitized. Pay attention to people that been on jobs for like 30, 40 years. These niggas is robots. Like, damn, bro, you been here for how long? 30 years. You don't want to retire? Shit, and do what? This is all I know. I done been in jobs with niggas 80 years old still clocking in. You don't want to retire? And do what? This is all I know. God damn. Oh, hell nah, bro. Let me get the fuck up out of here real quick. Let me get the fuck up out of here. What? Nigga be old. 70, still going to work. And most of them don't even know why they do it at that point. I done worked with plenty old people. They don't even know why they go to work anymore. They're like, I don't even know why I'm here. I just be bored. You bored with life and the first thing you think of is come to slavery? You don't think about going on islands. You don't think about just sleeping, reading a book. When you bored, you think about coming to be a slave, bro. That is Stockholm Syndrome. That is PTSD. At least go fishing, right? Right, Mr. Stand on Business. At least go fishing. Shit. And you ain't even got to do much with the fish. Let me hit this water real quick. But they did this. The people that we reading, they did this. The first line, thanks to our propaganda. Ain't that what they said? They said, thanks to our propaganda, our theories of liberalism, and our misrepresentation of freedom. All right. Let's keep going real quick. Let's keep going. So now, so far we have succeeded in overthrowing most of the thrones of Europe. Shit, don't we already know that? The rest will follow in the near future. Russia has already worshipped our rule. Oh man, when I tell y'all to go back and research dude with the funny mustache and what really happened over there, and how he was the only one in history to successfully arrest a Rothschild, but some shady shit happened, of course, and Rothschild got out. But y'all should actually go watch a lot of those documentaries. You know, when I say watch those documentaries, not the ones that's published in America, right? Because those documents are going to be the ones that's created by these people. Go to Germany and Russia and look at their documentations and documentaries, the ones with the subtitles, so you can really see what dude talking about. And by the end of that documentary, you're going to sit here and think, you're going to be like, damn, dude wasn't really fucked up. He wasn't really fucked up. He was trying to stop the central banks. Nah, for real. He was trying to stop the central banks. That's what all that shit was about. All right. All right. Operation Paperclip, right? Ain't that right, oh? Ain't that right, oh? Operation Paperclip, right? It's the reason why them boys did what they did, right? All right. All right. All right. Here we go. They say Russia has already worshipped our rule. France, with her Messianic government. Man, shout out to Gaddafi, Castro. Man, we can continue naming names, right, Rashad? Yeah, a lot of people was fighting that central bank. That's why I said 1936 is very key in American history, because the central bank just became into play with Woodrow Wilson. All right? So Russia has already worshipped our rule. France, with her Messianic government, is under our thumb. England, in her dependence upon our finance, is under our heel. The finance part, I already tell you who the fuck these people is. Under our heel. And in her Protestantism is our hope for the destruction of the Catholic Church. Spain and Mexico, Mexico? Hold on, let me wipe my eyes real quick, because I know that motherfucker don't say Mexico on that bitch. Hold on. Hold on real quick. Let me wipe my eyes real quick. I might be tripping. You know, I ain't been smoking these paper planes and shit. Hold on. They said, nah, that motherfucker say Mexico. They say Spain and Mexico. All right, Spain and Mexico are but toys in our hands. Toys in their hands. Spain and Mexico are toys. I want to do that got something to do with the cartel, but we ain't gonna go too far on that. Do you have any doc titles? What you mean doc titles? I don't know what you mean. All right, they said Spain and Mexico are but toys in our hands. And many other countries, including the United States of America, have already fallen before our scheme. Woodrow Wilson. You can thank Woodrow Wilson for that one. That's why voting don't matter no more. Voting haven't mattered since before 1920s. Voting do not matter no more. Woodrow Wilson did already sold the corporation to these people. And yes, the United States of America is a corporation. They didn't sell the country, right? Nobody owns America autonomously. We still do. But the corporation that is occupying here was sold to these people. All right? And it stopped being a Republican and started becoming a Democrat, a democracy. And what is a democracy again? Communism, anarchism, socialism, and liberationism all in one. Uh-oh. We're going to walk it down, right? We're going to walk it down. So the United States have already fallen before the scheme. But the Catholic Church is still alive, though. That's the problem. You said documentaries of the guy with the funny mustache? Yeah. I got a documentary for y'all, but you got to go to archives.org to watch it. It's called Europa's Last Stand. If somebody, matter of fact, I'll put it in the comments for you. I got you. You got to go to archives.org to watch this documentary, though. And it's 4 hours long. I'm going to let you know that, too. This documentary is 4 hours long. that motherfucker 4 hours long, so you might want to chop it up. Okay, yeah. Y'all seen it. All right, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Europa's Last Stand. Archives.org. Mm-hmm. For those who want to watch it. 4 hours long. Break it all the way down. All right. What's happening, Mocha? So now, but the Catholic Church is still alive. We must destroy her without the least delay, right? Without the least delay, without the slightest mercy. Most of the press in the world is under our control. Most of the press, media, press, most of the press, motion pictures is the most powerful what? Propaganda tool to who? The United States disposal. Okay. They keep telling you who these people are, right? Finances, media, who control the finances and media, right? Who is these people, right? Most of the press in the world is under our control. Let us therefore encourage, in a still more violent way, the hatred of the world against the Catholic Church. Let us intensify our activities in poisoning the morality of the Gentiles. Let us spread the spirit of revolution in the minds of the people. They must be made to despise patriotism and the love of their family, right? They must be made to despise the love of their family. That's deep. That's deep. Right? That's deep. They must be made to despise the love of their family. Who destroyed the family unit in America? Who destroyed the family unit in America? Hmm. Your archives.gov. Nah, archives.org. Org. Archives.org. Archives.org. Right? What's that in Rich Soul? Alright. So we must make them despise patriotism and the love of their family. Alright? The love of their family. To consider their faith as a humbug, their obedience to their church and faith as degrading servility, so that they must become deaf to the appeal of the church and blind to her warnings against us. Right? Who's been warning you about these people? Who's been warning you about these people? But you've been blind to it. You've been deaf to it. And you know what's crazy too? This is just a side gem for y'all to research if y'all want to. Y'all know in most of Europe, it is illegal to question the Holocaust. Real shit. A lady questioned the Holocaust and said it really didn't happen. They locked her up for 5 years. Excuse me. Real shit. In most of Europe, like how we do in America, how we be digging through the books and trying to, oh shit. Yeah, you can't do that with the Holocaust over there in Europe. How we be doing with the slave trade. They'll lock you up for 5 years. Now you need to ask, why? Why would they lock you up for 5 years? That's wild, right? That's like you breaking down the slave trade and saying, man, that shit ain't even happened. Niggas lock you up for 5 years. What y'all hiding? And how close did that person get? Because that person had to get very close to the truth for people get out the way, go all the way out their way to do that. Peep game. I'm going to leave that gem for you. Yeah. Ernest Zindel. Yeah, I know about him. Yeah, I done read a few of them books. All right. So they have to make you deaf and blind to the warnings against these people. Let us, above all, make it impossible for Christians impossible for Christians outside the Catholic Church to reunite with that church. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. See how many more pages we got. Just making sure that we making good time real quick. Hold on. How many pages we got? 2, 3. Hold on. Okay, we on the last page. All right, there we go. All right, we made it to the last page. That's what's up. All right, flipping the page. And for non-Christians, right? And for non-Christians to join that church. Otherwise, and for non-Christians, right? And for non-Christians to join that church. Otherwise, the greatest obstruction to our domination will be strengthened and all our works undone. Our plot will be unveiled. Listen to what they told you. They said our plot will be unveiled. Meaning they gonna tell you they plot. They'll tell you they plot. They've been telling us they plot. All this drip feed, disclosure, Simpsons, and all of these things. Oh, the Simpsons predicted again. Simpsons ain't predict shit. These people create the Simpsons. There's no drip feed disclosure. They telling you. It used to be drip feed disclosure. I mean, well, let me take that back. Drip feed disclosure is them unveiling it. Let me put it better like that. Drip feed disclosure, meaning that they give you a part of their plan little by little here and there in TV shows, movies, medias, cartoons, newspapers, etc., etc., etc. Right? Drip feed disclosure. You know, they gotta tell you the plan, right? So this why they tell you shit. Our plot will be unveiled. And they've been unveiling their plot since George Bush Sr. was like, we will have a one world government and we will be successful. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When George Bush came out, Sr., when he came out and said that shit, New World Order, and we will be successful. And then Bill Clinton came in right after him, and a New World Order, and we will be successful. George Bush Jr. came, New World Order. Nigga been telling you the whole time. Obama even told you. Now I'm gonna give y'all a little gem real quick, and I'm gonna have to be as careful delivering this as much as possible because we on TikTok. ISIS. Ain't that what they told you? ISIS, right? Terrorist group, right? ISIS, right? ISIS was a secret organization that stood for oh man, let me be careful with this one real quick. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let me twist one up real quick. ISIS, hidden in plain sight. I've been wanting to tell y'all this shit for a little minute now. Oh, you already know, lovely? If y'all already know, go ahead and if you already know what those 4 letters stand for, put it inside the comments for me, so I won't have to say it. ISIS is an acronym for something. I'm gonna break this down real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all now. Trying to see if Lovely gonna put it in there first, so I don't say it. Now, it's not an international space station. Damn, these damn flies in here. Hold on. Motherfucker all on my leg and shit. Let me close my door. They just cut this grass too. That's why I was wondering where all these flies came from. They just cut the grass and it rained. Let me close my door. They just cut this grass too. That's why I was wondering where all these flies came from. They just cut the grass and it rained. Alright. There you go. Nah, I was waiting. I was I was waiting for somebody to put it in there. Yeah. Nah, it's not Islamic. Israel State Intelligence Services. That's what that stands for. Ashkenaz did it again. They did it again, right? That's what it stands for. ISIS.